Okay, it is 10 a.m. and I had one trade with GTII and I want to see if it can break past VWAP, which is roughly the 686 level. This thing had a very crazy run up today, had a very massive spike, and there was a point where I could have been in the 580s, but I realized that later, once I tried to buy it at a different point, it was kind of like a delay when it comes to trying to get filled or not. I don't know if I would have actually even have been filled here in the 580s when I had the idea to consider buying it, just because of the fact that it's spiked in the morning almost every single day in a row, even in this day. Just being where it is and everything, it just had a very nice run. It got as high as $9, and the way I traded, I mean, I just wasn't able to really push myself to consider getting in this after I missed my first initial idea because I just don't want to chase it. But this thing offered a really nice spike. There were a few verified cancels. I did try to buy 10 shares at 7.15 and that was at 9.45, and essentially it was because it had this nice big run up and then it was starting to downtrend and sell off, and I did have an interest. I did place an order right when it looked like it was trying to hold for the first time and maybe offer a bounce, but then it just kind of blew past where I wanted to be in, and then it was trading much higher, and it just seems kind of off, so I got out of it. I canceled the order. I never got filled. And then it continued the downtrend and I drew a new trend line, and I did get filled right here at 9.55. I bought just 10 shares at 5.68, and that was right here, right when it looked like it was trying to not just, hold a level in reverse, but it was also breaking this downtrending trend line. And I actually did cancel the order at first because it just seemed a bit scary, just a bit nerve-wracking, but I did get filled, so it was one of those things where you place an order, then I try to cancel it, and it just stays pending, and then it says I got filled. And I did sell this on the way up, and I kind of regret that I sold half of my position so quickly the next minute at 9.56, which was right here. I sold half at 5.68. So no, that was my entry. 6.15 is when I got out of half of my position right here. Maybe I should have sold like a third of my position, which would have been just three shares, not five, but I do like it. And then I did sell another section, and that was at 6.60. This was my best sell at 9.58 right here. And this is because it was already starting to trade around the VWAP level, and it doesn't always get to VWAP or break above it. So I did sell some here, and I didn't sell everything. I thought, this thing is looking like it's going to break the uptrending trend line. It might struggle and not get above VWAP. Let me sell almost everything, but just leave a little piece in case maybe, it looks like it's about to break under the trend line, or maybe it actually breaks it and then it tries to regain itself, because I've seen that happen a lot with GTII, and that wasn't the case. I did sell the last portion of my trade at 651, and that was at 959, so that was right here at 651. This thing can totally break past VWAP and continue the uptrend, but I think it was nice that I got a part of it here. I just wish my first piece wasn't half of my position sold at this point right here. And yeah, I hope it's kind of depressing because this thing offered such a nice spike and everything. I just felt like if I was like really trading the way I should be or as aggressive as I could be, I would probably still be holding maybe a larger position from like the twos or something. But or at least this breakout when it broke past the 175 level, that one was pretty nice right here. This initial breakout, but yeah, I just don't know when there's gonna be another one of these. So, I just gotta just take it in and just try to learn as much as I can. And if I'm still around when there's another OTC runner like this, I can ideally be able to trade it better and be more profitable and try swings trading. So that's something I'm trying to, think of more and consider in the future. And it looks like it is trying to break past it here briefly. I'll make an update later. SYXX, I mean, it's continuously selling off. I don't know. This thing had 5 million shares. Now it's 4. Wow, that just got taken out actually. I tried it a few times to see if it would turn around, and it might try at some point, but that's pretty much it. It's just GTII, SYXX, and OWUV was uptrending, but after it had this ugly gap update, it's kind of not been something ideal to trade. I'll make an update later. Okay, it is 10:02 p.m. and I'm here to call it off. Overall, I'm going to be up on the day $6.80, and that was just one trade with GTII. And just looking at the stats here, I should have had, I guess, more shares, 15. That would have brought it to a $40 risk level, and I thought maybe worst case scenario it would get to $3. So when I consider the buy right here, there could have been that chance that maybe it was just going to barely hold itself right here, maybe try to uptrend a little bit, but then it immediately starts to fail. And then I thought maybe worst case scenario, which might be a little too extreme, I thought it would be a sell into the threes. And yeah, this one worked out for what it was. I just wish that I didn't sell half of my position in the first sell I had, but it was just a bit nerve-wracking. Again, my entry was at 955, which was, yeah, the uptrending green candle. I was in at 568, so right around here. 568 is when I entered, and it did offer a higher low. It never got significantly above VWAP, although it did try. And I'm glad that I, did well in the selling part, in that I still had just a portion, a very small portion of the position left after it broke the trend line in case it would try to perhaps just break it a little and uptrend immediately. I guess it did get above VWAP just a little, but I think that was a good trade for what it was. And that was pretty much it. I didn't trade anything else. I hope I can be more aggressive. I've always had like an issue of just not being aggressive enough, and then when I do get aggressive, the setups don't work out, or I just get in a bad unlucky streak. I hope I can be able to size up so that in the future, if we get another nice running stock like this one, I can actually have a position that I'm swinging over a longer period of time. That's something that I think I need to work on. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I didn't trade SYXX at all. I even maybe considered buying like $5 worth of shares just to see if it would try to bounce. In worst case scenario, I'm out just $5, but I didn't do it. And nothing with OWUV. That's it for today. Just that one trade with GTII, and I look forward to seeing what I can do tomorrow.